Welcome back to the Dammit Rad podcast, where me and Barrett talk about very important things. Today it's just me and Barrett.
But something very, very important happened recently.
Love is in the air.
Love's in the air.
I smell it.
Yep.
Oh, sweet love.
It smells like cookies and Old Spice.
Marriage. Sweet marriage.
And we're going to start out with a toast to our editor and very good friend, Big Daddy Cain.
Congrats, brother!
Congrats to Big Daddy.
Big Daddy Cain asked. She said yes.
Yeah.
They are engaged now. She's about to be Mrs. Big Daddy Cain. Can we call her that?
We can call it Mrs. Daddy Cain.
Mrs. Daddy.
Mrs. Daddy is 2022.
Miss Daddy.
Miss Daddy Cain.
And Big Daddy.
And Big Daddy.
Skull!
We love you, Big Daddy. Congratulations.
Since love's in the air and we're about to get into a string of horror episodes, we're going to make this one all about love.
Yeah.
Well, not love, but the process of finding said love.
Yes. And all the mistrials that come prior to.
And all of the wonderful dating advice.
Of course.
And a special segment called How Not to Get Laid.
Yep. I was good at that for like 12 years.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm me. I'm me.
I was good at that for about 12 years. You want to know what happened? Turned 13.
Oh. Damn.
Oh.
This guy. So, the first string is going to be horrible dating advice.
Just god awful.
Yeah. So, have you ever been on a date that just didn't go the way that you had expected?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been on some pretty awful ones.
So, like, walk me through the one that was the most horrible for you.
Okay, I'm gonna walk you through probably one of my favorite bad dates.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's kind of an oxymoron.
I have a good one.
Well, I met this girl, and she worked at like Domino's or something. I forget. Like, you know, I just asked her out just right there. Like,
Should I bring you a pizza and you ask her out? Like,
well, I drove through the drive-thru. I'm like, hey, you're cute.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like, you know how impulsive I am.
Of course.
And she's like, okay, well, we'll just hang out at my house. I'm like, cool, I'm good with chilling, you know, whatever. And so we're texting, we're talking, and she's like, you know, do you play video games? I'm like, I mean, I play a little bit of Madden and stuff. She goes, I love Madden. I'm like, oh, cool, I do too. She goes, you know, I'm really good at it. And I was like, okay, you know, trying to laugh it all.
Right.
And I get there, and I'm like, okay, well, you know, what do you want to do? Like, we can go out to eat, I'm cool with that. Like, it's just one of those, you know, hangout/dates thing where you're just like, nothing's really planned.
Right.
She's like, well, let's play Madden.
Okay.
I was like, okay. She's like, I warn you, I'm competitive. I'm going to beat your ass. And I was like, one, no, you're fucking not. And two, you need to stop talking shit.
Oh.
And she just kept on, kept on, and kept on just talking shit.
She had a boxing too?
And until finally, I broke. I said, all right, fuck it, give me them sticks. 72 to like nothing.
Goddamn.
I beat the brakes off of this girl. You know, my mouth is going the whole time.
Was she sad?
Oh, she was pissed. And her kid was there, and he was
her kid was there? She had a kid? Oh, no.
He was just hanging out, man. He's like, you know, Mom, I thought you said you were good at this game.
Kid?
Huh? She was like 4 or 5 or something like that.
Right. Old enough to know that Mom's getting...
Old enough to know that Mom is getting her ass beaten fucking bad.
Oh, God.
And dude, I'm talking, I didn't let up.
So let me guess, y'all didn't turn on Coco Melon and y'all go in the back room?
No, she kicked me out and didn't talk to me.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I'm talking, I embarrassed this girl.
Oh, my God.
Like, I don't think she ever played Madden again.
You broke her.
I broke her. Like,
shit.
don't talk shit. Like, I wasn't gonna play. I was gonna sit there and let her have her little thing, whatever, it's fine, boo boo, like don't.
Yeah.
And she just kept going on and on and on, and I mean, talk shit, get hit, right?
Right.
I had to. It brought that beast out in me, that competitor, and I was like, you know what, man, fuck this. You can pick any team you want. I'll get my fucking Titans and I'll beat the brakes off of
But
it.
did you ever have a date that you, if you had to do over again, you would have spent your night differently and you wouldn't have even gone at all?
I've had a few of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was this one time, like right after high school, man. It was God, it's the first summer between high school and college, and that to me is like the worst summer because you go to the senior trip and shit, and then after that you get to you gotta get a job, and then you get a job and you're like, wow, this fucking sucks, and then you don't get to see the people that you saw every day in high school,
Yeah,
and then
it's
that's
like your first taste of being a real adult.
Right. And so, and you don't know what to do with the time that you have. Not that there's a lack of time, because this is prior to big life. This is why you're going to college and you're getting your shit together to go. But you still have those days in between when you're not at work and you have shit to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you just, you have time to do shit, but just nothing to do.
Yeah.
And so, there was this one time, it was like consistently, you and Bond were both doing something. And it was like during summertime.
Well, I had summer training camp
You
and
did,
all that.
yeah. And John Bond had like,
Farm.
yeah.
Oh.
He's like Farmville.
Oh, make one Bond
Right.
had a farm.
And so, and this was whenever Facebook was a thing, but Facebook wasn't a social media thing for people to go out and like connect with people that you've already been in contact with.
It was like pre-Tinder.
This was Tinder. This was Tinder.
Face Tinder. Face it.
Like you go to.
It's called Face It, right?
Yes, of course. You get your.
Dude, that's $12 idea right there.
Face It.
We need to get an app called Face It.
Like
Brought to you by the Dammit Rad Pod, and like it's just you swipe right or swipe left on people you want to sit on your face.
$12.
$12 idea.
$12. Yeah.
You
We get behind that.
Oh.
Oh. Anyway. Anyhow. So this is a thing where like you get your roster from your first class and you're like, hey, what do these people look like that I'm going to be sitting next to in class? So you look at the names, you look up people. And somebody else was doing the same thing. And I get a message from this chick and she was like, hey, I see you're taking sociology your first semester.
Sit on my face.
I was like, yeah, that's me. And she was like, I'm meeting some friends tonight at Perkins Row. And we're going to go see a movie. You want to go see a movie?
Perkins Row?
Perkins Row, yeah. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And so, like, I said yes before, like, looking at these pictures.
Ooh.
I know. And like, this girl, I mean, this, like teeth are a big thing for me. And this girl had, like, really, really nice teeth. She really did. But this was still during, like, the emo swoop phase.
Hell yeah.
And so she
Love
had
that phase.
the emo swoop, and
What they call scene.
and she had a pretty face, but she had like the weird corners, like when you smile, the corners of your mouth go down a little bit. I have a picture of her in my phone, and I'll show you in a little bit.
Why do you still have a picture of her in your phone?
Because like we're still friends on Facebook. So, and I don't talk to her at all, and I'm surprised like she was like forgiving of this afterwards, but. We go and I show up and like at first I'm not, like as the second I got there I'm like, oh yeah, I see what happened, I see what's going on here, I'm familiar with this. She was like, I don't know where my other friends are, they're not here right now. It was like I texted a whole bunch of people and I guess they're all busy. And I was like, I was like, oh okay, all right. I was like, the damnedest thing, the same thing happened today. I'm like, here we go, friend. It's like frenzies. So we go and we saw Sex Drive. Remember that movie?
That was a cringe fest.
It was, but I still love it.
Oh, it's a fun movie to watch with your boys, but not like a first date.
Right, like there's titties, you know.
Yeah, but like
that's another bad dating advice. Don't go see a movie that gives like tits.
Don't go see a movie called Sex Drive on your first date. Right. That's kind of like
that's bad dating advice.
Yeah, like two things. That's a great movie for your boys, and that's a great way to get put in the friend zone immediately.
So. But you know, it was either that or like Percy Jackson or some shit like that. I forgot what it was. Like,
you have a better chance at getting a stinky pinky at Percy Jackson than Sex Drive.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like nobody's gonna watch that movie and be like, "Oh yeah,
I'm
banging after this."
Fall Out Boys and Sex Drive. So I mean, you get that. You
but
know.
like,
anyway. So, this chick was a lot like hanging out with a dude, like. Had a dude sense of humor and a dude, you know, and her mouth was weirding me out. Every time I was making her laugh a lot, and every time she laughed, her mouth was doing the thing, and I'm like, oh god. I was like, you're great, but I mean, So anyway, we went through this whole thing,
and about as deep as a puddle.
She wanted to kiss afterwards, and I couldn't. I didn't, you know, like I was dodging it and shit, and yeah, that shoe's been on the other foot before too, so it's you know it's no
swerve on.
And that was it, you know, and if I would have had shit to do over again, I would have like called my uncle to go fishing or some shit. Like I don't think I would have done that. I don't think I would have done that again.
See me, I probably would have just sucked up and kissed her.
No.
I know I've done worse.
No, I mean, like, it weirded me out that much.
Really?
Because I was like, how would our mouths fit together? Roster.
No, like, if you're going to go see a movie with a girl, it needs to be a rom-com.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Obviously.
I agree. Yeah,
like, you don't need to play Madden. You don't need to go watch Sex Drive. You need to go see a nice little funny rom-com.
Something that brings you both together.
And I'm man enough to admit that I like a good rom-com.
Like, especially a rom-com with, like, a sudden sad part towards the end of it, and it gets better at the very end of the movie.
I see. I don't even know. You need a little trial and error, but, like,
the best rom-com in the world, The Proposal.
With Ryan Reynolds? With Ryan Reynolds? That one's and Betty White?
Yeah, Betty White's in it.
Yeah, that one's not bad.
And Betty White almost dies, and then she died in real life. God rest her soul.
R.I.P. Betty White.
So she should have lived a little bit longer than she did.
Still outlived the Queen.
Well, she was still in her right mind.
Still outlived the Queen.
She did. The Queen fucking died.
Oh no.
The Queen died.
I got a look after the Queen died because I brought it up to one of my old commanders and said, now's the perfect time to strike while they're weak.
Damn.
And he said, she just died. I said, exactly. They'll never see it coming.
Well, like, have you looked up the whole bloodline and stuff on like how they choose the next?
I'm assuming it's a stick. Like it's not a family tree; it's a family stick. You gotta keep the bloodline pure.
Right, because I mean, I didn't know that. Like they're like. Most of them are like third cousins and shit.
That's why I didn't like Princess Di or Meghan Markle or any of them.
That's Louisiana shit.
No. That's British shit.
That's British.
Peaky Blinders.
God, I mean like...
They put on their Peaky Blinders and they fuck their own cousin.
they sure do. They totally do.
That's why they have all the teeth.
Like, could you do that? Could you bang your cousin?
No.
Yeah, right. No. That's the only answer is...
We're not going... No. We're not going, if your cousin's hot, why not, mate?
Right. No.
T-shirt idea. If your cousin's hot, why not? Looks like teeth.
I mean, I think it's kind of just given to you.
I don't think it's given to you.
I think it's like,
We put it on a pedestal.
And that's, yeah. A royal pedestal.
Oh! With the corgis. Dude, I feel bad. The queen wanted to die with like all of her corgis. I wouldn't want you to have to go shoot all them dogs.
Right, just you fucking shoot the dogs and put them all down.
A whole bunch of midget dogs.
Can you
a whole bunch of corgis. Pop, pop, pop.
Like, can you imagine? Like, do you know like how fucking fast a corgi is?
At least like, half the speed of a regular dog.
It's like, no, they're fast, dude. They're fast. It's like shooting a rabbit, a big rabbit. They're fucking huge. They probably roll like a rabbit too.
Big old fat rabbit.
God.
Oh God, the corgis are back.
Oh my God.
No, my favorite. Going back to rom-coms, I think
I was having fun talking about the Queen and her
shooting corgis.
No.
No, like,
T-shirt merchandise coming soon to you. Shooting corgis. Corgi season.
Corgi season's only happening when the Queen dies.
That's it. When did she die?
A few weeks ago.
Like there should be a certain day, a corgi hunting day.
Oh no! The corgis go out again! Get them!
You blew the bugle.
The other hunting dogs are looking at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go get them! And I was like, this isn't even fair.
Right. And they'll be like, that's wrong, you're shooting corgis.
But corgis are like the master of disguise too. Like if you breed a corgi with a husky, it looks like a short husky.
It does. It is.
Corgi with a German shepherd, it looks like a short shepherd.
Yeah, and if you breed them with their third cousin, they look the same.
Ooh. But no, back to rom-coms. We can't talk about shooting dogs no more. Makes me sad. Days are getting old. I miss when Matthew McConaughey would do rom-coms. Like, my favorite rom-com is probably Failure to Launch. Where McConaughey's like, still lives at home. He's just hanging out, man.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, dude, Terry Bradshaw's his dad.
I don't know who that is.
The quarterback, Terry Bradshaw, he retired Steelers quarterback. My dad used to compare me to him when I got out of the Army because I was just like hanging out at home, going to work, and then just going out and meeting women and stuff.
Huh.
And like as soon as like we got too close, as soon as he gets too close, he's like, "Oh yeah, I live at home with my parents."
Oh,
to break up with them.
Oh shit,
dude, it was brilliant.
All right. Okay.
But like that's, and as soon as he moved out, Terry Bradshaw made his room his naked room, to where he's just like naked in the room, like
naked room.
Oh yeah.
You ever walked in on your parent naked? Your dad? No. I was on my way to work one morning. I was like gonna be late to work, and I needed coffee, and I needed to stop somewhere, and like everywhere had like a long fucking line. I was like, I know what, my dad always makes coffee in the morning. I'll stop over there. I walk in I have a key to the house. I texted him and said, hey, I'm coming over to get coffee on my way to work. He's literally on my way to work. Mm-hmm. I go in the house, I let myself in, walk in, my dad's standing in the kitchen, butt-ass fucking naked, making coffee.
Good for him.
And I went, oh God, Dad. And he went, what? I live here. I went, I texted you and said I was coming to get coffee. And he goes, do you see pockets, Barrett? And I was like, I guess not. I guess not. Can I have some coffee, please?
Were you like, I see your prison pocket?
Yeah.
But Adam Sandler used to make a whole bunch of banger rom-coms too, like The Wedding Singer.
Like on 51st Dates.
Let me guess, that's your favorite one.
That's my favorite one. Yeah. But yeah, The Wedding Singer is a good one.
51st Dates, just like a series of bad dating advice.
Yeah.
Like he walks up, like, the thing that sticks out to my mind in that movie is, I think it was the second time he was trying to talk to her, and he walks up and just puts his hands all in her food.
And he realizes that, like
without asking her.
Yes, yes.
And she's like, "Oh, that's what you do. You just put your hands in, like."
Oh, and that's when he found out that she was like kind of like special.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, my fingers smell like fish," and she's like,
"Yeah, right." So, do you not remember anything we talked about yesterday? Yeah.
And she's like, "I've never met you before because every day my memory resets." It's like, dude. That would suck though. You have a memory reset every single day.
Yeah.
Especially like at the end, whenever she's pregnant, like you just wake up and you're pregnant. Like
a lot of people wake up pregnant.
But like a lot of people don't wake up 9 months pregnant.
Yeah.
It's
and you know what else was fucking crazy about that? At the end, they were on a boat.
Yeah. She just wakes up with a, play me, and she's like, okay, I'll play that. And like, no.
Yeah. If you wake up on a boat, like, step one isn't be calm.
No.
It's like you freak out because you're on a boat.
Like, the last thing I remember is I was at home. Now it's really cold.
And I'm on a boat.
And I'm on a boat, motherfucker. Don't you ever forget it.
I dated a girl that looked like Drew Barrymore.
Did she talk out the side of her mouth like this?
She had a lisp.
Ugh.
That's pretty cool.
That's weird. Jesus Christ.
That was a cool chick. That was fun.
Did she have any special blowjob tricks?
Uh-uh.
Wasn't a half blowjob?
No, it wasn't.
For some reason, Barry used to say, I got a half a blowjob.
That was in high school.
I'm like, dude, there's no such thing as half a blowjob.
Yeah, it was. It was literally the first half of it.
What's the first half of it? Oh.
Yeah. That's it, like the first half. That's whenever the Jonas Brothers had the purity rings.
Did she do like a dog that bites you and knows it shouldn't bite you? Like, oh.
No, I mean like let's pretend like what's a blowjob last anyway? 3 minutes? 5 minutes?
Blowjob lasts until I'm ready to have sex.
Yeah. Let's pretend you didn't want to and it was just a blowjob. Half of that time. It was the first half that I had received.
So it was just blue balls.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
Remember whenever people thought that was like a real, like...
Yeah.
It's going to really affect my health if I don't ejaculate.
It does.
I don't think it does.
But yeah, this was fuck the Jonas Brothers. This was a Jonas Brothers fault, man. This is whenever they had the whole fucking purity ring thing.
Back to bad dating advice. If you tell her if you don't finish, it's going to affect your health. That's a terrible dating advice.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, but I must finish. Why? Health reasons.
Health reasons. Jesus Christ.
Or it's a great dating advice if she's really dumb.
God.
So back in our single days, I was at a bar with Big Daddy Cain. And
those are always fun when Big Daddy Cain.
Oh well, Cain has never I love Cain to death, but he's not the smoothest motherfucker I've ever met.
I think the only bad thing I have to say about that was whenever you were honing in on one person, he was there. You turn around and look and whenever you were.
Well,
we went to the Texas Club one time. Remember that? And was it the Texas Club? It was somewhere. And you were talking to this one chick that had a big sparkly dress.
It was the one that y'all said nobody's gonna talk to her, and I'm like.
Yeah, because she had a big red sparkly dress, and she was a silver sparkly dress, and she was waiting on somebody. She looked like
she didn't know she was waiting on me.
Anyway, it was a sparkly dress. I mean, it had the sparkles. It was like a prom dress.
Mm-hmm.
You expect a disco ball to hit, and it reflects
not at the tea club at Coin Night.
Right, because that's what it was. It was fucking Coin Night.
That's the only time I went there.
It was Coin Night and
that concert.
Yeah, I don't even think I was 21 yet. We were there though. And we went there, and it was me and you and Big Daddy. I think this was T Club. It wasn't T Club. Wherever we were,
yeah,
it was a girl with a sparkly dress, and you went and talked to her, and you turn and look, and then Cain was still standing right there, and I was like, Cain, don't stand by him. Come over here. Let's come over here.
I love Big Daddy.
When we played pool.
We were at a bar, and I was talking to a girl, and we go outside, and me and her is talking, and she goes, I got nipple rings. And what's the only appropriate response to a girl telling you that she has nipple rings?
Prove it. I want to see them.
Prove it.
Yeah. Of course.
I say that, and she kind of laughs, and I turn around, and there's Big Daddy.
Yeah?
And I go, oh.
You don't get to now. Because I mean, that's kind of like a.
But like in Big Daddy's defense, like I love him to death. He's out for the boys.
Yeah.
Like if nobody's down for the boys, Cain is down for the boys
all the fucking time, man.
Like you can call that dude whenever.
Call him at 3 a.m.
I mean, Cain's there.
He's there. He'll fucking do it. He'll even do it like if you go there to where he is.
Oh yeah.
Like
Cain's for the boys all the time.
Like,
and you ain't for the boys, you against the boy.
Right.
That's just truth.
Right. If you ask Cain to hang out and he says no, that means he doesn't like you.
Mm-hmm. Just straight up.
Straight up. That's Cain's nice way of saying no. Fuck that.
Nah, you're kind of fucking awful.
Because God, whenever we used to do those bonfires and shit.
Oh.
Like.
Cain was great.
We had to take turns. Like Cain didn't drive until he was 20. Whenever he went to Loyola was when he started driving. We had to go take turns going to get Cain. And you know what came with Cain?
Everything.
Cain cookies and pizza. It was awesome. It was the best.
So, that was your worst date? I think my worst date was I was going out with some girl.
Oh, wait, no. I do have another worst date after that. You're going to remember this one.
Okay, well, let me tell mine first.
Okay.
I was going out with some girl, and we went to dinner, I think at Backroads.
Yeah.
And she got all pissy, because...
Was she missing an eye?
No. She got pissy because I said some inappropriate joke or something like that at the thing.
Right.
And she kept going on and on and on and on. And I was done with the bullshit. I said, if you don't like me, you can get the fuck out. She goes, oh, you're just going to drop me off? And I was like,
yeah, I'll leave you here.
I will straight up leave you at a gas station.
Did you?
I absolutely
did. Did you leave her at Backroads?
She slapped me.
Oh, I would have liked her too.
She slapped me and I pulled over at the next gas station. I saw a thing with sidelines.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
And I said, get the fuck out.
Yep.
And she goes, what do you mean get the fuck out?
You slapped me.
I said, I mean get the fuck out.
You slapped me in the truck.
I don't know who you thought you was dealing with. Get the fuck out.
I was dating this one girl that you ruined. Like you ruined the whole experience.
I ruined?
Mm-hmm.
How did I ruin it?
Okay, so
I wasn't there.
It was yeah. Oh yeah, you were.
Oh, I was?
Yes, you were. It was my first semester of college at the RCC. And I started dating this girl that was in my math class, thanks Facebook. And and we went on one date. And it was we went and saw Twilight. We saw the second Twilight movie, and it was a good one. You know, it was like I enjoyed it. And then
you heard it here first. Barrett enjoys Twilight.
I did. I enjoyed the Twilight movie. Fuck off. And so we went to the movie, and then afterwards I went and dropped her off. And that was on a Monday. And Tuesday I texted her and she didn't answer me. I thought everything was good. I thought everything went well, and I was like, well, I'll see her today in math class. And she went to math class. And then Wednesday I texted her and she didn't answer me back. I texted her good morning, no answer. And then Thursday I didn't text her at all and she wasn't in class again. And I was like, what the fuck? And then Friday morning I get a text from her. Saturday morning, it was a Saturday morning, I get a text from her. She's like, hey, I'm sorry I've been quiet. I had a whole bunch of traumatic shit happen over the past couple of days. Just real hard times. Give me a few days and I'll get back with you. And I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, you get your space. I understand. And I didn't talk to her. And that evening she texted me and she goes, my grandmother died. And I was here when it happened. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, all right. And she goes, but there was some other stuff too, and I'll fill you in then. I just feel that you deserve to hear that. And I don't have a car anymore. I went, oh, okay. And that evening, we went to one of our friends from high school, Casey. We went to her house to watch the football game. And I was telling Casey what happened, and she was like, oh, we need to go get her some flowers and bring her some flowers. And Trevor was like, yeah, dude, come on, I'll ride with you. Let's go. And so we stop at Albertsons, and I buy her flowers. And we go to her house in Baker.
I remember this.
And this was when Trevor was working at a repo guy. and he had repoed her car.
I'm just gonna stay in here.
A couple days prior.
I'm just gonna stay in the truck, Barrett. You go ahead.
Trevor repoed her fucking car. And so I went and knocked on the door, and she came out and she like stuck her head out and looked, and I gave her the flowers, and she gave me a hug, and she goes, "I'll see you on Tuesday." And I went, "Okay, all right." Like I was expecting like a kiss on the cheek or some shit like that. And she glared at my truck and shut the door. And I get back in and I was like, "The fuck was that about, dude?" And you were like, "I'll tell you on the way home." And then like I didn't hear a thing back from that shit. Like the rest of the semester,
she dropped out.
Did she, man? She was pissed.
Maybe she should have.
And
Pay your bill.
it was a trailer park in Baker, you know.
Pay your bill.
It was I mean.
Cause like I didn't do it like if you were a month or so behind. Like I waited till you were at least like 6 months.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like
You repoed her effing car. Repoed her car. And then her grandma died.
That's not my fault.
No, it's not your fault.
Her grandma didn't die because I took her car. Grandma walks outside. Where's your car? It got repoed. Dead. D-E-D dead. Like I didn't hit the grandma with the car on the way out.
Her grandma lived with her too. Like she was there when she died. Yeah.
You're still making it like it's my fault. I didn't steal the car and kill her grandma. I repossessed a vehicle that wasn't paid for. And then her grandma just happened to die.
It's not your fault.
So all I'm saying is like, did her grandma have a car?
No. Grandma was old.
So? Old people have cars.
Yeah, but like,
if her grandma had a car,
that doesn't mean you should drive.
Well, like I'm just saying, if her grandma had a car, then like there's one problem solved.
Yeah, well, if she had a car, you know, somebody would have inherited it. Because she died.
Yeah?
She did.
It might have been the girl that lived with her. Is that horrible?
God. Oh my God.
That's another way not to get laid. Don't bring your buddy that repossessed your girl's car.
Yeah,
shit. Give her flowers after grandma died.
I probably dodged a huge bullet there, man.
Oh, there was a bunch of red flags.
Yeah.
Like people need to pay attention to red flags when it comes to shit. Like, because a lot of times you just ignore red flags because of infatuation or you haven't been laid in a while or like, all that. But like those things, like if there's something that just doesn't sit right, listen to that little voice.
Yeah.
Like I've dodged plenty of bullets and ignored red flags, like both. Like
yeah, I get that.
Like the 6 kids at that concert, red flag.
That was a big red flag.
Like you're like 22. you shouldn't have that many kids.
Right, that's a bunch of kids.
Well, we were like 25.
We were not 25.
No, we were a lot younger.
But she was, I don't know how old she was. She was old enough to have 5 kids.
Yeah.
She was old enough to be pregnant since she was 16.
Oh, Mike Barrett, get the fuck out of there.
She was, oh God.
I mean, there's been quite a few that we've been with. Like, I talked to one girl that I was hanging out with for like one night, and she was wearing a low-cut shirt, and I sobered up a little bit enough to see an upside-down burning cross.
Oh shit.
On her breast, and I immediately got the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't know a lot about that.
Yeah.
Like at the time of it, like, but I'm pretty sure that's a red flag.
Yeah, that sounds like a red flag. Sounds like a red flag. You know what's a subtle red flag?
Whenever she says, "Can you talk to my boyfriend?"
Toe rings.
How's a toe ring a red flag?
Because a toe ring's that's a red flag.
Really?
Yes.
You think a toe ring is a red flag?
It is directly linked to some also subtle mental issues. Yeah.
I've never heard toe ring as a red flag.
Yeah. It's a red flag. It totally is a red flag.
Let's see, another red flag. I didn't know toe ring. That's blowing my mind.
Yeah. No, toe rings for sure. Toe rings for sure.
If she is at a bar alone.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's a red flag.
All right. Like, is this like an actual bar?
Yeah.
Like they only serve alcohol. They don't sell like food as well.
Yeah. Like it's just a bar.
Like Blackies.
Yeah. Like if she's just there by herself on just a random night.
What about Double D's?
I'm gonna say red flag.
But like, it's connected to her toilets.
But if it doesn't matter if it's connected, they're at Double D's for a reason. Like if you're a girl and you're just wanting to unwind after work, you're gonna go, or if you're a dude even, and you just want a daiquiri after work, I'm gonna go through the drive-thru.
Okay.
Like if you're alone at a bar, I just don't trust people alone at a bar. If I'm going out anywhere, I'm bringing, I'm meeting someone or I'm bringing a buddy or it's a social event. If I'm there just, flying solo, to me that's a red flag. Because either A, you don't have any friends because you're impossible to deal with, B, you have a problem, or C, you're going to murder me.
Okay. What about having more than 2 cats?
Oh yeah, red flag.
That's a red flag. Because here's the thing. If you have a pet and you deeply bond with that one pet, 2 of them, I'll even say 2 cats, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to come home after a long day of work and lay in fucking cat hair on the fucking couch.
I think once you have more than like 3 animals and you're single, it's kind of creepy.
Yeah. That's your relationship at that point.
That you live alone and it's just you and like your pack of wild fucking animals.
Yeah.
That's kind of a red flag to me. Like
it's like the queen. After her husband died, she had
all the corgis.
18 corgis.
Yeah, like that's one of those things that I'm like, I want to look past that because I like animals, but also that's a shitload of animals. Like,
it is. That's a bunch of animals.
I can deal with a child more than an animal because like that's a lot of responsibility. 3 animals.
More than 3 kids is also a red flag.
Yeah. But once you get to a certain age, it's either obese shit credit or your stepdad.
September 8th is corgi season.
September 8th every year.
Every year is
corgi season. You heard it here.
We should do this thing like you run around with them with Toy Spears. It's corgi season. Today's the day.
It's a corgi.
Oh god.
But don't ignore red flags.
Yeah, please don't.
And dudes have red flags too.
Yeah.
I think a mustache is a red flag.
Yeah.
Like I know our friend of the pod, Cobalt, has a mustache, but he's also married with a kid now.
Right. Can you ignore red flags after you're married? Like if you develop what you didn't like after marriage?
I don't want to use the word ignore. I think there needs to be a conversation.
Okay.
But you forgive a lot of yellow flags, I'll call them, because you're already married.
Like warning flags.
Yeah, like red flags are
like caution flags.
Yeah, to me, red flags are before you're in the relationship.
Yeah, okay.
Once you're in, I think it turns to a yellow flag.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's weird.
Like the water's swift, but it's still safe to swim in?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Okay. Alright.
You see? Like your kid just started wearing a toe ring, you're like, hey.
Right.
We got to talk about that toe ring.
Yeah.
Take it off.
A bunch of difficult people have toe rings, I've noticed.
I've never noticed toe rings.
A bunch of very difficult, like summertime, if you walk around and you see a toe ring, it's very directly related to spicy attitudes and multicolored hair and
what's wrong? I like both of those.
Like multicolored, like Harley Quinn shit.
Yeah, I'm okay with both of those things.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
You're fine with Harley Quinn?
Oh, absolutely. I love crazy.
Okay. All right.
I'm only going after toe rings after Jessica finally smarts up and leaves me. Hey, girl, you got a toe ring?
Take your shoes off. I'm not looking at your feet.
I'm not a foot guy, but I need to see if you got something on there.
I need to see your second toe.
To me, I think for women, having a red flag for a dude is the poop trucks.
Poop truck?
I call them poop trucks because they're squatted like that.
Oh, I thought you meant like an actual poop truck.
No, the truck looks like it's taking a shit going down the road.
Let me clarify. I don't mean the truck that looks like an actual turd, but like the trucks with the big tank on it and the vacuum that sucks the poop out of the porta potties.
I mean,
truck.
I mean, like the squatted in the back trucks.
Yeah, those are stupid.
Yeah, it looks like the truck's taking a shit all the way down the road.
It
That's
does.
Like, yeah,
it does.
That's a red flag to me. That means you make piss poor decisions.
I mean, it also means that like I'm young and I'm screaming for attention here. Like, cause you remember Clint's first truck?
It wasn't squatted like that.
It wasn't, but it was huge and it had a fucking train horn in it.
Maybe because he got too much money. His family.
His family had too much money, but still, I mean, fuck.
I mean, at his age though, if I could have got that, I would have.
Would you have squatted your truck at that age if everybody
I wouldn't have
else
squatted my truck.
If everybody else said it was cool?
No, I wouldn't have squatted my truck. But like Clint's truck, I would have had that at our age.
Yeah, me too. That's something cool. But like, I hope me as a teenager now wouldn't think that squatted trucks are cool.
No, I refuse.
I'd like to think it's like lowered trucks. I hate lowered trucks.
Oh, lower trucks are dumb.
I hate.
What's the point of having a truck? Go get a fucking car.
Go get a car. Yeah.
Red flag. We're gonna put that on
That's
red
a red
flag.
flag. Lowered trucks are red flags.
Lower trucks definitely a red flag.
Because I have a very, very, very close friend of mine that loves lowered vehicles.
Doesn't work a day in his life.
He works now. He works a lot now, but like back then.
I'm talking about like he doesn't work like a blue collar job.
No.
Yeah.
Does not. No.
Yeah, if you work a blue collar job, you're not in a lowered fucking truck.
No, you're not. You're not. So
another red flag I have for anyone, in my opinion, is white people with dreadlocks.
that's a red flag. It goes with toe rings. That's your population that would wear a toe ring.
Yeah, white people with dreadlocks, red flag.
Yeah.
I'm flagging it. Flag on the play, 15-yard penalty.
Half the distance to the goal.
Half of this to the goal.
First down.
Now, once you get past the red flags and all that, another really, really tough decision that Cain's gonna have to make soon, if he hasn't already, is like choosing your groomsmen.
That's a difficult thing to do.
Because like you want to include.
You want to include everybody that means something to you.
But you can't.
You want to give them a job, and to me, like the whole thing was like, I had way more friends than Kayla did. Like Kayla only had like 2.
I mean, that was me and Jessica.
Super close friends.
Well, that was me and Jessica.
Yeah, but you
Way
still
more
had like
friends.
5 groomsmen.
Yeah, because we just started adding people.
But
Like,
yeah, like you still had.
Yeah.
But God, there was like it was cool for me because then I started getting to add people from my side that were important to me to be part of the bridal party.
Yeah.
You know, like I got to choose my baby cousin who's freaking awesome. I got to choose one of my friends from nursing school who was just wonderful. Like I couldn't have done many things in my life without her. That was cool. I got to do that. But I mean,
like,
then like,
it's weird. It's weird too, depending on like where you're at in your life when you get married, because you have like your childhood friends, your high school friends, your modern day friends, your your work friends, your friends from this specific portion of your life. Like,
correct.
And you want to add as many as you can, but like you can't.
But also, at that point, that's whenever you start choosing like people that like, hey, we're having this bachelor party. You know, you want to have fucking fun. Let's go have some fun. And so that's when you do that shit.
And another good way to add people is just ushers.
Ushers and readers.
No, I didn't do readers, but like.
Okay, well, we had a Catholic wedding.
Yeah, I didn't.
We had a Catholic wedding, and you needed readers. So.
I can't read.
Yeah. I can't read in front of people.
I can read in front of people. I just can't read in general. I can make something.
If I knew I was reading, yeah, I could practice it a couple times prior to. But
a reading from Exodus. Barrett, it's not too late, says the Lord. You may get thee fuck out of thine house.
Stop now while you still have the chance. God.
My last wife took half of my shit, Barrett. This is your first. 'Tis time to leave. Exodus 6:9.
Exodus.
Snooch.
Snooch to the nooch. God, snoochy booches. God, but was it hard for you to choose a best man?
No, it was Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother.
Because I feel like you should go with your brother. But, like, you know, I had my actual brother, and then I had, like, my cousin who I did way more shit with at the time. And he was like my brother, you know, and he's still like my brother. You know, all of my friends are like my brothers.
No, like I said, I went with, I mean, me and Tyler talk every day, though, but you have to realize not everybody has that close bond with their brother.
Right. And now, my bond with my brother is much stronger than it was 8 or 9 years ago, you know.
Because the game.
Yeah.
You found him so many places now.
Right.
We found so many Curtises.
Right. Of course. And it brings everyone together. It was I can't tell you how many times I've looked at a stranger and I was like, I should call Curtis. And then you got to call him.
Oh, yeah. But no, but if you don't have a brother, like, the best man, that's a tough go.
It is a tough go.
Because, like, do you pick one of your friends?
Or do you go with a close family member?
Because to me, like, at that point...
I think it's shitty if you have a brother and you don't choose your brother as your best man.
Like I said, it also depends on the relationship you have with your brother.
It does.
But I think it's like... What I think is shitty about the whole situation is you feel like at one point you're kind of ranking your friends.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
I don't like that at all either.
Because, like, I don't like to rank my friends because, like, there's certain things that, like, me and you are really close with that I'd rather do with you than I'd rather do with, say, you know, John or Sebastian.
Yeah.
And then there's certain things I'd rather do with Sebastian or John than I would rather do with you.
Yeah.
And it's nothing personal. It's not that I like them more than you or I like you more than them. It's just different relationships with different people.
Correct.
And that is one very tough thing about groomsmen. And you have to have, your boys need to be mature enough to realize it's not a ranking system. It's just this is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not ranked below all these people or whatever.
Right.
It's just one of those things where, like, okay, I'm in this pecking order because the situation is you're getting married. It's not about us, it's about y'all, you know?
Was there any family conflict with your wedding?
No.
That you're like, hey, I'm not doing that, and like your parents were like, if you don't do this, you're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna be mad at you if you don't do this.
Not really.
None of that. There was a couple people on the guest list that that my dad's side of the family just insisted on, and I'm like, we're only paying for 130 people.
Yeah.
I see this person every fourth Christmas, and you expect me to invite them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we didn't really have that.
Oh, dude.
But my family's also kind of like, oh, fuck it, it's your day. Like,
right. Mine wasn't. I mean, they were, but I mean, that was like a strong foot down.
But like
and here's the thing, you know, we were both dudes. I don't know how much influence your other wives had in paying for the wedding, and that's none of my business. But Kayla's parents paid for like the hefty majority of our wedding, and I wanted to save my invitations for people that I absolutely wanted to be there and I knew would show up. Because here's the thing, you pay for the tickets, you tell the people how many people are supposed to be there, and then you can't invite other people because you don't want to have to pay over because they add extra money on top of that to the venue, because not only are they in this house, but it has to respect fire code regulations, and you have to feed them.
Well, see, my thing... Okay, so... You know, we're on weddings and all that.
Right.
I look at weddings as a party.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing I care about the ceremony, like if I'm involved. But if I could skip the ceremony and just go straight to reception, I absolutely would.
But you're a dude. It's not about you. The whole wedding is not about the dude at all.
But also, there is a sign that I take at every single wedding that I gauge their relationship on this.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's weird or if
You're like, hey, are these people gonna fucking make it?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, I'll see that. I got you.
If the groom doesn't cry,
Yeah. If the groom doesn't try, that's it. It's not gonna last long at all.
I'm like, y'all aren't gonna make it.
Yeah, you ain't gonna make it. Not at all.
That's kind of, is that weird? Because that's like,
It's not, because I look for subtle hints like that as well.
that's my thing. Like, if I see the groom cry, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a good wedding.
Yeah. So long Catholic weddings. Long Catholic weddings. Long Catholic weddings. They're long. God, long Catholic weddings. The bride and groom sitting up there. You know, you're kneeling. You hold hands.
I got a bad back.
What, kneeling the whole time? You
Yeah,
can't do
that
it?
sounds awful.
Yeah, it sucks.
I got a bad back.
It sucks. It's boring, and like with Catholic sermons, you gotta like really focus on what they're saying and try to zone in, because otherwise you zone out. And then like whenever
I'm way too anxious.
when you're participating in it, you have to pay attention, because if they tell you to go do something and you don't know, that's it. Yeah, dude. Our Catholic wedding, man.
I was there.
It was a long wedding, and then it got to the point where they're like, all right, you'll have to go light the one big candle together with the little candles. And so we get there, and like none of the candles are lit. And I was like, fuck, I wasn't paying attention. Kayla, were you paying attention? What happens? Because like, how do you light the two candles? There's no lighter. You gotta walk all the way across the church and go light the candle at the other candle that Jesus is holding. Or somebody, I think it was Jesus, and light that candle, and then come back, and then you gotta light the big candle together with the two candles that you had together to symbolize unity.
The coolest unity celebration I saw was at my buddy Baylor's wedding.
They had sand, and they poured it into one big jar.
They had Jack and Coke,
Oh, that's cool.
and they poured it in, then Baylor drank, and the two father-in-laws drank out of it.
That's pretty cool.
I was like, I can get behind that shit.
That's pretty cool.
That was awesome.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Like I really enjoyed that one.
But I know it's all fun and games, but
But
circling around to the very beginning, Big Daddy Cain, we're very proud of you.
Congratulations,
and
Big Dude.
we're super happy for you.
Can't wait for the wedding.
Yeah.
And we're gonna leave you with this. I support women's rights. I also support women's wrong. I fucking love it when women do wrong. Have fun on the honeymoon, Big Daddy. We're here for all the advice you need. Brittany, you treat Big Daddy Cain right. Otherwise, Bear's gonna give you a toe ring.
Yeah.
See y'all next time.